Why is it important to keep old buildings, and what problems do we face when trying to fit them into modern cities?
Keeping old buildings is really important for lots of reasons, but it's not always easy to fit them into modern cities. First up, old buildings are like our connection to the past. They tell us stories about how people lived, worked, and thought back in the day. Like there's this old market in my town that's been around for centuries. Just walking through it, you can almost feel the history buzzing around you. It's a cool reminder of our roots. But trying to keep these old places up to date can be tricky. They often need a lot of work to make them safe and comfortable with things we take for granted now, like Wi-Fi or air conditioning. Plus, doing that without ruining their old world vibe, that's a tough balancing act. My city's library had to be rewired for the internet, and it was a big deal trying to hide all those cables without changing the look of the place. And then there's the space issue. Cities are getting more crowded, and there's always a push to build new stuff. Sometimes it feels like a fight to keep these old buildings from being knocked down to make room for something new. I've seen beautiful old houses get torn down for parking lots, and it's such a loss. So, saving old buildings gives us a link to our history and adds character to our cities. But we've got to be smart and creative to keep them around, mixing the old with the new to make our cities cool places full of stories.
What happens to traditions when people move far away from their culture centers?
When people move away from their cultural roots, traditions evolve but stay important. For instance, my Mexican friend throws a Dia de los Muertos party annually, turning a family tradition into a celebration with friends from all walks of life. It's her way of keeping her heritage alive and sharing it with others. Adapting traditions is common too. My family, hailing from India, couldn't find the traditional flowers for Diwali here, so we started using colorful paper crafts instead. It's different but keeps the essence of our tradition alive. Interestingly, being far from home often makes these traditions stronger. Wearing traditional clothes or celebrating special days becomes a bold statement of identity in a new place. It transforms personal customs into public expressions of pride and connection. So even far from where they started, traditions adapt, survive, and sometimes become even more meaningful, blending the past with the present and enriching our shared cultural tapestry.
Are everyday clothes becoming more casual or more formal? How does this affect society?
Clothing is getting noticeably more casual, impacting work and social norms. Offices are ditching the stiff suit and tie dress code for business casual, creating a more relaxed atmosphere. On my first day at a startup, my formally dressed self was met by a boss in jeans. This shift towards casual wear signifies a broader societal trend towards valuing comfort. It encourages genuine interactions and fosters a sense of community by allowing people to express their true selves without pretense. Overall, the move to casual attire is making environments more laid back and inclusive, promoting personal expression and facilitating easier, more authentic connections between people.